What up, what up, what up? Affiliate Marketing Syndicate in the house. We got a big interview, and I'm not going to introduce him quite yet because I want to make sure if you guys are jumping on the replay that you guys hashtag replay. Make sure and smash that heart. If you guys are jumping on the live, make sure hashtag live. Make sure and say what's up and smash that heart button as many times as possible. We want as many people to catch this interview as possible because we got a big one today. Also, I'm going to be repurposing this to YouTube. So if you happen to catch it on YouTube, make sure and subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and click that bell to make sure you get notifications for all these cool interviews I've been doing. So we got a big one today. I know so many people have been excited and just like, they actually were hitting me up in the messenger just like, I can't believe you got Stephen Larsen. So you guys have make sure and hit that little clap thing for Stephen Larsen, man, and welcome.
Hey, man, I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm just going to jump right into it, man. Like, for me personally, what I always do is like I like to get like your background, man, how you came along in this world and how you got into digital marketing, affiliate marketing, all these things. So I'm gonna let you take it from here, man.
Yeah, totally. When I first started in the game, I feel like not many people grow up thinking like, well, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur when I grow up. You know what I mean? And I was no different. As a kid, I started doing all these little like entrepreneurial things though, and I kept selling stuff around, and it was just kind of for fun. When I got married though, that's kind of when it got real. We had nothing, we had no cash, and it was challenging because we didn't. Anyway, it was challenging because we didn't have any money, right? And I went and I asked my dad for money, which was culturally totally against the way I was raised, and I always had jobs. I worked super hard, but it was fat. Anyway, there's a long pause on the phone. I was like, hey, Dad, my wife's not eating, right? And can I have money? That's basically how it came out. I was like, hey, look, we've got nothing. I found out we can get student loans, but they're not coming for like 4 to 6 weeks. Can you flip me like $3,000 and then we'll pay as soon as it comes in? And I was the oldest of 6 kids, or I am the oldest of 6 kids. And I don't know if he was setting precedents or what, but he said, son, no. And he said, if I give you this money now, you will not exhaust resources you didn't know you had. That's exactly what he said. We both cried man tears. I think they flexed on the way out. and I got running, and I started trying tons and tons of businesses. And I didn't want to get a job. I was in college because I didn't have enough time to actually do well in college while working other jobs and stuff. So I kept trying to set up these systems, these little businesses to bring money in. And anyway, fast forward like 3 years, I'm in this internet marketing class, and I sit down. It's the first day, and I had already dabbled a lot in SEO and blogging and all this stuff, but nothing was really kicking. Nothing was really going great, And this guy stands up and he goes, who can define SEO? And I was already way into it. I was like, shoot me, this is terrible. I don't want to do this. And I stood up and said, I don't want to be here anymore. But I want to go do this other affiliate marketing thing. And I didn't know that's really what it was. And I didn't really know it, but I drew a funnel. And I said, hey, this is what I want to go do. And he said, cool. You don't need to come back for the rest of the semester. And I was like, that's interesting. So I grabbed the other kid that looked like he was bored out of his mind, and and he and I went and we held class every day. And our only intent for 3 hours every day was trying to make as much money on the internet as possible. And that's how it started. And I grabbed.
How long ago was this, man? Like what time frame? What year-ish? I always like to gauge that because like when I started like kind of thinking about it and all that. So like, where were you at the same time?
It's probably 4 or 5 years ago that happened. I went and grabbed a ClickBank product. This is before anything like ClickFunnels ever existed. So I grabbed a ClickBank product. I grabbed this guy had the squeeze page template editor. And I went and that was it. I took $50, which we were just living on loans at the time. So $50 was a ton of money to us. I took $50, dropped it in ads, woke up the next morning, and I was like, is a huge risk for me at the time. And I was like, I wonder what happened. And I went and I go and I log in, and I like, my face melted. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy cool. I went and there's $50 that came back in over the night, and 17 people on the list. And I was like, and all these beliefs about marketing, the internet, affiliate marketing just melted. And I started running hard. And yeah, that's kind of how I got into affiliate marketing.
Was that, so do you think, was that a Facebook ad?
No, it was with I was with a search engine that doesn't even exist anymore. It's called 7Search.
I mean, do you think you just got like, I mean, was it just like, most people obviously don't just jump into it. Like, I mean, there was some struggles behind this at the same time. I mean, like, you're Stephen Larsen and we all are like in awe, and you do awesome things, but man, like, I know we've all like put a little bit of something into stuff, and it's just been kind of like, you feel, you kind of go down a little bit, and you're like, I don't know if this is going to work. And
yeah, by that time I had wasted thousands of dollars. It's probably my 9th business try. And yeah. It was super challenging, man. It was not like anyway, it's not like it was a drop in the hat kind of thing. From there, Paul Mitchell reached out to the college I was going to and asked for help with their social media. And my professors had no idea.
Paul Mitchell, like,
yeah,
Paul Mitchell.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They said, we don't know what these 2 kids are doing, but you should probably go grab them. So we went and we started driving traffic for Paul Mitchell using the same strategies with Facebook ads. And it's crazy. We could drive just tons of eyeballs, but I was like, why isn't this converting? And I believe traffic was money, and it is, but I wasn't good enough at like converting it yet at the time. I hadn't learned about any of that stuff. And that's when I started learning who Russell Brunson was. I was like, this kid looks like he's 13. Does he even shave? Like, you know what I mean? It's the same. And I started using his stuff, and I was like, this guy's a genius. He is a brilliant. And suddenly all these clients I'd been working with started getting real cash dumping in. And that's I was like, snap, there's something to this.
That's awesome. So if you guys are jumping on, make sure and say what's up. And, hashtag live. Say hello to Steven. Glad he's here today, man. Smash that heart button as many times as possible. We want everybody to catch this interview because it's going to be epic. So you caught Russell Brunson. All of a sudden, you started noticing this guy. You're starting to pick up some steam. Obviously, good things are starting to happen. I mean, Paul Mitchell, what are you going to do, man? That's just like that's pretty huge. But so what from there? What happens?
So I went and I started learning about this funnel thing. And the first time I ever heard of a funnel, I was like, I thought of a kitchen funnel. I was like, there's no my parents for a while thought I was selling kitchen funnels. And I was like, no, it has nothing to do with that. And anyway, so I started, I saw that we were still living at loans at the time. Right. And I stopped working with all these startups. I got tired of working with people or businesses that were not proven yet. So I'd go build these systems for them, or these funnels, or these squeeze pages, or whatever, and they'd be like, "It didn't work." And I was like, "I don't think you have a business yet. I don't think you have a product yet." So I went and I started finding somebody who I was like, I got to get more serious on who I do this kind of work for. And I was like, I'm going to find a company that already exists. I'm going to find one. They got like a mid-range priced product, several $1,000s. They've already got an existing customer base. And I got narrow on who I'd go build this funnel for that Russell said I should go do. And, we hadn't met yet or anything. And so I went and
ClickFunnels wasn't even out at the time, was it? Or was it?
It had literally just left beta.
Is that what the platform you were using, or were you using some other type platform?
It was about the time Paul Mitchell stuff came around that I think that's when they were in beta. And then I grabbed it was .com Secrets X, one of his old programs, and I digested the crap out of that thing. And right as I started, right as I finished that's when he sent me this email saying, "Hey, if you want to see, I got this cool presentation about my weird niche funnel, currently making me 17 grand a day and how to ethically knock it off in less than 10 minutes." And I was like, sweet. I saw funnel hacks and ClickFunnels for the first time. Could not afford it. So my buddy and I, we drafted out this whole funnel. And I was like, we need ClickFunnels. I need ClickFunnels. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'd already wasted thousands of dollars that we really didn't have, that I should not have been spending on bad coders, bad website builders, and to have that kind of power in the software, it was like right at the marketer's hand. I was like, this is ridiculous. So I was like, what if we use this 2-week trial as like a positive stress? So I designed the funnel before we ever clicked go on the 2-week trial, designed the funnel out, figured out where we could get customers. And we pretty much kissed our wives goodbye for 2 weeks. And because that 2-week trial was going down. And I said, all right, dude, we got the first week, we're going to build this thing. The second week, we're going to get customers that pay for ClickFunnels because billing's coming along and we can't afford that. So that's what we did. And it worked. And that's how I got ClickFunnels and started building funnels for all these other companies. And Funnel Hacking Live was coming up. Didn't have money to go. Certainly not that kind of money to get a plane ticket and go to the event. And by then I was building so many funnels for all these other businesses that it started working. I was like, holy crap, there's something to this. And I remember the day I was looking at myself in the mirror. You know, it was one of those moments. You know,
those aha moments.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a funnel builder. I was looking around all the other students that I was going to classes with. And there was like maybe 2 others that were trying to actually do what we were learning and learning more outside of the class than in it, you know? And I was like, I got no tangible skill from this college that I'm going to. I'm graduating soon. And I'm going to try and be one of the best funnel builders on the planet. And that was a decision that I made. And Funnel Hacking Live comes around. It's like, man, we still don't have cash for that kind of thing. It's like, but how can I get resourceful here? So I started trading funnels for plane tickets and funnels for hotel nights and funnels for the Funnel Hacking Live event ticket. And it worked. And like, so I get on the plane. It was only 2016. I mean, we're talking only 3 years ago that this really happened by that time. And get to Funnel Hacking Live. I land in San Diego. And what money we did have, I wasn't willing to spend it on a freaking taxi. So I rented one of those little city bikes, you know, the street. And I put my luggage like over my shoulder. And I was like biking through San Diego around the bay or where Funnel Hacking Live was. And as I was biking up, I remember the distinct feeling. I was like, I have worked my butt off to be here. I will do whatever this man tells me to do at this event. I will not question it. This guy's changed my life. Russell's the man. Hopefully I can meet him. But I will never publish. And that was my thought. I was like, I will never be one of those talking heads. And I do not want to do a podcast. And I get in there and they knew who I was because I was that guy to support. I asked so many freaking questions to them. And he's like, hey, you're that kid pulling off that Star Wars Ninja crap in our software. Is Mark Bangeter, head of support, saying that? I was like, maybe. I don't know. He's like, you are. I want you to apply. I was graduating in 5 days. And I was going to go work for another company that I was successfully building funnels for. And I ended up getting 4 more job offers throughout the course of the event. And
wow.
Last night in the lobby, because I didn't barter enough hotel nights with one of the
that's the power of networking right there, isn't it, man?
It was never my intent to work at ClickFunnels. It happened. I think I was just moving, you know? And 2 days later, I get a call from ClickFunnels. I'm in the middle of my finals on my final semester. They said, we want you to interview. So I left, just drove straight to Boise.
So at the event, did you actually like end up talking to Russell at all? Or did you just talk to like people at ClickFunnels and they know who you were?
I just talked to people at ClickFunnels. I was able to meet actually face-to-face Russell twice. I walked up to him the very first day right before it started. And I was like, hey man, you don't know me. You changed my life already. I just want to say thank you. He's like, oh, cool. And then at the end of the event, I was like, we have a picture. And that was it. And that was it. So I thought I was applying for a support role. But they started asking me for all of my URLs for all my funnels I was building. And so I sent them all over there. Half a day later, they're like, hey, yeah, do you want to come down and just interview? And I thought it was weird they're having me meet Russell for a support role. So drive over there and sit down and I'm meeting with him, which was
So it was Russell who was interviewing you.
Yeah. Well, so first it was Brent, their COO, and then once he gave the check mark, they had me wait in this room for a while, and I was trying to act like I was, oh, ain't nothing but a thing. Yeah, this is like what? What? Yeah, I was like trying to like chum it up with another employee, and there's like, oh, no, yeah, whatever. And there's a window. There's a window in the door, and this is the old office that they had, and I was looking at this employee, and I noticed there's a guy making faces at me through this window, and I look over, and it's Russell, and he's like, like making all these funny faces, and a dude comes busting through the door like Kramer from Seinfeld, t-shirt, shorts, no shoes, and I was like, this is where I belong. And we talked for 2 hours, and then started driving back home, and
I can just imagine how that conversation went with you guys. Like y'all get so excited over like the funnels and the whole thing. It was probably just like two little girls like going back and forth about funnels.
That's exactly it. I started driving home, and I was like, that's the weirdest support role interview I've ever had. Why would they have me talk to Russell for that? And I still didn't know. And anyway, so I started driving back home, and I get a call, and they're like, hey, we want you to sit next to Russell and help him build his funnels. And like my stomach just dropped, heart drops. Like, what? Yes, you're gonna pay me to do that? Yeah, I would do that. I would do it for free. It's a bad negotiation, but yeah, okay, totally. And I called my wife though, and I was just losing my voice, and I was like, babe, the course of our life just changed. And proximity is power, it was really interesting. So that's what happened. 2 days after that, I was sitting next to him.
So what did you just like pick the family up and move, or like where were you living at the time versus, I mean, they're in Boise, right?
Yeah. So I was living, it was East Idaho. My wife and I are from Denver, but I was going to college at BYU, Idaho. It's 5 hours away. And I was graduating when they gave me that call and told me that. I was literally graduating in like one day. And we literally had the moving van packed to go to the East Coast to work for this other company, and I just literally turned the van the other way, and we just drove up. And I called the other guy. I felt so bad. Called the other guy on the way to Boise. Hey man, I'm not actually coming. And that was it.
I'm sure he understands now, man.
man.
So anybody jumping on, make sure and hashtag live, say what's up. This is the coolest interview. Smash that heart button as many times as you possibly can. So, okay. I want to get to affiliate marketing. I know we don't have as much time as usual, but I just want to, so you get to there. This is a very interesting story to me. You get there, like you move your family there, you're sitting there next to Russell day one. And like, how was that dynamic? Like, what you guys are just like, was it the best atmosphere ever? You and Russell working together?
Yeah, but like he was such a hero of mine already by that time. The guy that changed my life so much already, despite the fact I was now sitting that far from him. We sat back to back. I had 2 monitors and he had 3, and it was so funny because like the second one over on the side, like perfectly bounced his face off of his monitor. So like his face, he was always looking at me, like a rear view mirror. So I'd be like, just trying to build funnels concepts. Like, don't say anything. Like you can get fired. Like they're going to find you out. You know what I mean? That was kind of the mentality. So I think I was mute for like 2 months. I didn't say anything. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Like ever. How can I over deliver to the hilt? And anyway, yeah, what was interesting is to see him in full motion on everything that he had been teaching. Like I already knew he was real. You know what I mean? I already knew that what he was teaching was good stuff. But to see it in that kind of fast-paced action and all the little in-betweens that are hard to capture in a book or a course and see those in play, that was really fascinating. Like greatest education ever.
I can't even imagine, man. That's the coolest. So like, how long were you there?
Almost 2 years.
And then it was just like, at what point were you just like, it's time for me to do my own thing? Like,
You know, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur and run my own stuff, and he knew that. And a few months in, we started having open dialogue about that, and he would tell me things like, hey man, if you ever feel the need to just like jump out and do it, I get it. I was like, that was really cool of him to say that. So what I would do is I'd wake up at 5 a.m. I'd get on my pedal bike and bike many miles into the office because we didn't have another car still. And I'd be in the office at 6 a.m. and I'd work on my own stuff from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And that's where I started Salesforce Radio. And to document what I was learning, I was like, crap, I got to write this stuff down somehow. And then I worked from him with 9 to 6 p.m., go back home and play with the kids, hang out. And then, with the missus. And then about 9 to midnight, I would work on my stuff again, sleep 5 hours, get back up at 5 and do it all again. And I did that for a long time, almost a year. And that's how I built everything. I always have no patience with somebody and they're like, I don't have any time. And I'm like, shut up. Yes, you do. You just got to suffer a little.
No, it really to change your life and, do it right. You got to take action. You got to put in the hours and you got to do some things that maybe aren't as comfortable as, you would normally be. So that's awesome. You guys make sure if you're jumping on here, #live, say what's up, smash that heart button as many times as possible. So I could talk about this stuff all day, man. I could go back and forth with you, but we're here, we're in an affiliate marketing group. A lot of these people are doing affiliate marketing, some, just to enjoy the group and like the interaction. But
yeah.
So my question personally, and I'm sure everybody would love to hear it, I know that you just came out with your affiliate Outrage, which, I've gone through some of the stuff. And like, when I have time, I really want to sit down and just like digest it because I think your stuff's really amazing. But, for me personally, I would love to know like some strategies to take affiliate marketing products. And I'm not just talking about ClickFunnels because, everybody loves ClickFunnels and stuff like that. And most of the people in this group are ClickFunnels type people. But I like just going out from going and grabbing just a ClickBank product, coming to Facebook, finding a way to market it without like getting in trouble and promoting some affiliate product, make money online product that Facebook doesn't like.
Yeah, so my role at ClickFunnels changed dramatically from what it originally was about a year in. And I kept listening to Russell basically say the exact same thing to all of his inner circle people. And I was like, dude, do you realize he's saying the same thing to everybody? And he's like, yeah, it's kind of frustrating. He's like, what? So we decided, what if there's this intermediate program where, anyway, it ended up being the original 2 Comma Club coaching program. And I was the only coach. And there's 600 students. And I started seeing these patterns. And what I started realizing was that people believe that the product is the reason that people purchase. That is not why someone buys from you. And this is a common trap to fall into when you're doing affiliate marketing too, right? That we have to separate the idea that that the product is the reason somebody buys. And what I've found is that most entrepreneurs, what they do is they get so consumed with the creation of the product, believing that that is what people are purchasing. That is what they buy, but all it is the thing that fulfills on the sales message that sold it. The sales message is the reason somebody purchases. And I'll say to people, they're like, oh yeah, okay, all right. But like, this is the reason why affiliate marketers do well or not do well. And it's the reason why I launched the program, Affiliate Outrage, and made it totally free. It's meant to be a training wheels kind of program. Just because somebody else made the product does not mean that you don't need to think about how to create the marketing. The marketing and the product are totally separate things, completely different activities. And so what Affiliate Outrage was meant to do is teach people and put training wheels on in the marketing area. So somebody else makes the product, but you are still 100% responsible for the marketing behind it. And what I mean by that is like, you can still have your own sales message. I guess it depends on who you're promoting, if they got rules on that or whatever. But you can have your own sales message. You can turn the product into an offer. And this is the reason why I was the #1 affiliate for this book by a lot. for the 30 days book. And it's because of the very principle that I'm sharing with people. This is a product, not an offer. But if I was to take this and I was to add in a few of my own things, which is easy to do with info products, right? Hey, I'll give you my personal blueprint on how I create offers. Hey, I'll give you this. I'll give you this. And I added in a ticket to come to a free two-day event that was live.
You had like people like telling other people in other groups, like, go get Steven. Like they weren't even pitching their own, like come to me. They were like, go get Stevens. It's the best.
Yeah. And what's interesting is like the offer was just so freaking good. And it's because I turned the product into an offer. And I wanted people to understand that and see it firsthand. So 20 minutes before the promo started, I was like, you know what, maybe I should do this. And went live with my audience, and I designed the offer that they thought was sexy in front of them using their feedback. So literally I just designed the offer in front of the very audience with the audience that I was hoping that would go get it through my link. And then I just sold it right back to the people that were asking that. And we created the sales message, we created the stories, we created the hooks, all the pieces to what creates a good converting funnel. And then I just used somebody else's product for, like the main piece of it, turn it into an offer. And that was super key. I was trying to help people get the aha behind it, and it exploded because of that. So.
So you said you went live in front of your audience. Where is there somewhere we can find that to so they can see how you went about that and kind of get some learning experience for that?
The title of the video is How to Promote Someone Else's Product Like an Idiot. And I was trying to help people realize if you just take someone's link and you're just promoting the link, it's the easiest way to sound like a red ocean again. And that's like totally the opposite of what I do. So anyways, it's a free group. It's in my group called The Science of Selling Online.
Awesome.
It's a Facebook group. If you just go to the Science of Selling .online, it'll take you right to the group. But anyway, yeah. So you watch me build it all out and then use that as the offer piece for the book. And so what's interesting is like I was trying to help people realize like if you take someone else's thing, just take the link and that's all you're promoting to, you literally entered a red ocean because that's exactly what everyone else is doing. And so the moment this book came for sale, you saw these copy and paste emails from everyone. They were the exact same email, just all over the place, the exact same posts. People just taking that crap and then just putting it all over. And you don't sound any different than anybody else. You're not standing out. In fact, you get annoying real fast. Because that's exactly what everyone else is doing. So you got two mechanisms you can turn. The first mechanism is how do I take this product that's really good and turn it into an offer? So I just talk about that. But then how do I take the sales message that someone else is telling me to copy paste and turn it into something that is blue and a blue ocean and a new opportunity? I did it with my own stories and everybody else's. And these ways that dominate affiliate marketing. So that's what Affiliate Outrage was created for, to kind of be trained for that.
Well, that's really cool, man. Hey, I don't know how much time we got on here, but how are we looking?
Yeah, I got a few more minutes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You guys make sure and hashtag live. I want to say what's up to a couple people. Larissa, what's going on? Julia, Dan, the Don Frigo, Kevin Holloman, K-Dub, what up in the house? Leslie, Kim, what's going on? Mark Stern, buddy, Chris Donnelly, Brenda. Man, I appreciate all you guys for being on. Daniel, Craig, Lewis. Wow, we got a nice group of people on here, man. Thanks for being on here. Say what's up. Hashtag live, smash that heart. So affiliate offers, man, running them on Facebook, creating Facebook ads and running affiliate offers. How difficult is that to do in reality?
We know what's funny is turning something into an offer solves that issue because now you're just promoting your own thing and they just happen to get the affiliate thing with your offer now. So you're saying basically go get an ad, go run an ad and run it to something that's your offer. And then that's just like part of the bonus on top of it. Or like, it's almost like you're turning it at kind of like,
I don't even know. It's like it's
like crazy when you do it that way. It's really fun. So there's like two ways to do it. So first thing you can do is go create like a bridge page, a page where you just send traffic to it. There's nothing affiliate on there. If someone was to freak out, they wouldn't even know that they're supposed to freak out because it's kind of hidden behind one extra page. That's a great way to do it because you can list build real fast. But the second way though, which I prefer and is what we actually did. So I sold 290 books before we turned ads on, and then we turned ads on and it pushed another, I don't know, another like 70-ish. It's crazy, man. We're putting $200 in just as a test and we'd get 17 sales. It was nuts. I was like, turn it up, drop 3 or 4 grand in. And anyway, so yeah, I went and I grabbed the way to get around that, honestly, is to go create an offer where one of the bonuses is the main thing you've been wanting to sell all along. It's the exact same model ClickFunnels sells with. There's no real ads driving the ClickFunnels.com, but they want to sell ClickFunnels. So instead, they created an offer, Funnel Hacks, and you just happen to get some ClickFunnels for free for a while when you buy Funnel Hacks. It's the exact same model.
Well, that's really cool, man. For me, it's always kind of like I understand the bridge page part of it. You know, I understand how to kind of keep most of that nonsense out of it, but it's like the actual ad that seems to be, you know, like I was talking to a friend of mine and he was trying to run an ad to an affiliate product and it had affiliate in it. And I was like, and he got denied. And I was like, well, that's probably number one right there, man. Anything that says affiliate, you know, Facebook really just doesn't like.
Yeah, I don't say that.
So, you know, for me, it's always like, you know, finding, you know, a way to create the ad without, you know, making it look like it's some kind of make money online offer or something else, an affiliate offer.
Yeah, and honestly, like, so if I was to go even further with this, I'd make my whole offer. I'd like title it somehow, you know, Funnel Hacks or something like that, you know, 30 days to freedom or something. And they just happen to get this with it, but then you're promoting 30 days to freedom and not the affiliate thing. And you kind of can save yourself a little bit from the Facebook traps.
Well, that is awesome, man. I appreciate it. So I know we had a few more minutes. You guys, well, hey, is it all right if I add you to the group? I'm putting you on the spot here, man, but just in case somebody, you know, some people have some questions, I want to make sure that they can like find you wherever they can. And we didn't come prepared with links and stuff like that. So I'd like for you to be able to drop some links in here to whatever you're promoting, man, wherever you're at, like your podcast, your YouTube, all of it, man. I want you to drop this stuff because everybody needs to be able to find your stuff because it's awesome.
Appreciate it.
So I will add that. Hey, you guys, we got like one question time. So whoever's got the best question, I'm going to scroll through it. I'm going to ask him. You guys, you got about 20 seconds to throw me up a good question. So you just got interviews lined up all day long, man, or is it like what's next for the day for Stephen Larsen?
Tuesdays are my content days, so I do interviews in the mornings and my own podcast in the afternoons. That's how I find it.
Cool. What is your podcast called?
Sales Funnel Radio. Sales Funnel Radio is on iTunes or salesfunnelradio.com. So yeah.
So that's probably what that says behind you, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, here it is, man. This is it. Nobody gave me a ton of stuff. So Dan Frigo, you know, Dream Car winner, the Dan Frigo. He asked, "What's your favorite food, dude?" don't get caught up with that, man. It's a tough one.
It's a rough one. You know, of all the questions, I'm gonna. I don't know. Probably caffeine. I like to follow closely to the keto-esque diet, meat, fat, veggies.
Yeah. Cool. Well, there you go, Dan, man. There's your answer. All right. I'll give one more question.
That's good.
Okay. What's the hardest part this is from Daniel. What was the hardest part when you were getting started at building funnels?
understanding that the funnel is not the reason someone buys. You funnels exist. If you've sold anything ever, you have a funnel. It's just most people don't make them with intent. A sales funnel is not a series of pages. That's a way to do a funnel, but a funnel is quite literally a sales message and an offer. And the hardest part of those two is the sales message. The moment you can get a sexy sales message, a good story, the good hook, the offer is not really that hard. It's pretty formulated. It's more science than art, which is really nice. It's just fill in the blank crap. The sales message, though, that's the hardest part. And so if you can get good at creating sales messages, a funnel, I like to do them on the internet. There's tons of automation you can take care of and take advantage of, but it's not a funnel itself. And understanding those two differences is very key on being a good funnel builder.
And I'll end with this last question, man. So if you're getting into affiliate marketing and you're interested in starting, like, what's the best advice you would give to everyone?
I'd reiterate what I said before. Just because someone else made the product doesn't mean you don't need to create the marketing. If you really want to stand out with affiliate marketing, you got to go make your own sales message and you make your own marketing, make your own pages if you need to, make your own offer. I'd sell stuff that's expensive, stuff that allows you to, when a sale happens, you get a lot of cash in your pocket so you can drive ads. I don't like selling cheap things when it comes to affiliates. Yeah. So
then you can add some like bonuses and things on top of that, and it doesn't cost you a lot of as much.
You get cash flow, and then you get a business. Otherwise, it's just kind of lucky cash,
I hear you. Well, man, I appreciate that. You guys, I appreciate all of you guys for being on. Make sure and thanks, Steven. We're going to add him to the group so he can drop, all his YouTube, his sales funnel radio podcast stuff, any offers, the affiliate outrage, stuff like that down in the group. And maybe if you guys have some questions, he'll answer those too. So
awesome.
We appreciate him for being on. We appreciate all you guys for being on, and make sure and keep taking action, keep being consistent, and never give up. You guys have an awesome day. Peace.